Yes, you can practice your taxi request for.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo,
Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo Mumbai ground. Go ahead.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo on 123.45 apron 1 stand 4 Airbus 320 wake medium info Bravo request instructions for taxi.
Say again after request instructions.
I say again, Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo request instructions for taxi.
Well done. So till now, you can say request instructions to taxi instead of for. And here, instead of info Bravo, you can say information Bravo. Complete. Okay. No problem. This is
Yes,
good. This is good. So you had requested for taxi, right? Now the reply you'll get from ETC will be Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo number ground taxi via taxiway Alpha Charlie Delta hold short runway 19er.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo taxi via taxiway Alpha Charlie Delta will hold short runway 19.
Roger. By ground. Now comply with your taxi instructions, whatever you received.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo on taxiway Alpha turning right for taxiway Charlie.
Roger.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo On taxiway Charlie, turning right for taxiway Delta.
Roger, Mumbai ground.
Mumbai ground Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo, holding short runway 19er. Request departure clearance. Correction, lineup and departure clearance.
Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo. Mumbai ground. Wait for the Boeing 747 to land. Report clear of runway 19er.
Mumbai ground Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo. Traffic in sight. Will wait for Boeing 747 to land. Wilco.
Roger.
Mumbai ground Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo. Cleared traffic runway 19er. Request lineup and departure clearance.
Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo. Mumbai ground. Change over to Mumbai Tower. Change over to Mumbai Tower on 192.75.
Changing over to Mumbai Tower on 192.75. Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo.
Roger, Mumbai ground.
Mumbai Tower Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo on 192.75. Request lineup and departure clearance. Correction. Airbus 320 wake medium information Bravo request, lineup, and departure clearance.
Departure approved.
Departure approved. Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo.
But now anything else?
Sir, lineup and then I'll call for
Take off.
takeoff clearance.
Yes, yes. Go ahead.
Mumbai Tower, Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo on runway 19er. Request takeoff clearance.
Clear for takeoff. Mumbai Tower.
Clear for takeoff. Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo.
Okay, good. You would you like to make departure report just after this? One additional thing.
Departure report means that the flight plan, something like that, or
No,
what,
no, no.
sir?
Immediate report after takeoff. That which runway number, which runway you had left, on what altitude you are now. Immediate report just after takeoff. Shall I show
Sir, can
you?
you tell me its structure? Yes, sir,
Yes,
yes, sir.
yes. You can say Mumbai Tower, Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo, departed runway 19er. Okay. Level 2,500 feet. Will further climb to flight level 370. That's it. Here you are reporting two things, that okay, you had successfully departed from runway 19er. Your current level is 2,500 feet and you will climb to flight level 370. What is your approved flight level for your further journey? You left this airport, now you will reach to the 37,000 feet to complete your further journey. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so this is the
Sir,
basic.
this level 2,500 feet, I'm maintaining level 2,500 feet or I'm passing this level? Should I put out, can I also put passing flight level
Yeah,
2500
yeah,
feet?
that will be ultimate good thing. You can say passing level 2,500 feet.
Passing level. Okay.
Okay, so these are
Yes,
the
sir.
nothing. You all know what are the things. What just you just need to present in a such a beautiful way that they might understand your exact position and your continuous flight plan. Okay, very good, Abhishek. You did a very good thing. And now we'll jump to the our chart and flight plans again to just summarize those things that we had studied in previous 2 and 3 classes. Okay. So let's start with this chart only. That was a good call, by the way. Very good, Abhishek. Good going. Keep it up. Keep practicing it.
Yes, sir.
So today we are going to just revise one more time this chart and flight plan. Okay. So in this chart is revised that I had shared earlier one, this one. So in this chart, you will have some basic information, but you will not get any DME, that is distance from one point to another. Okay. This is the version 2 of chart, version 2, V2 of RTR chart. This is being used by some of the WPC center. I think Hyderabad is still using this. Chennai might also use this only, but you can have a look on this as well as the chart that you had shared to me, this one. Delhi office is using this one, and just recent Mumbai attempt. Mumbai WPC also used this chart only to conduct the examination. Okay, and this is very recent changes, last 2 exams. So if you're going to practice with this or this one, most of the things you'll find similar only. Little modification in this chart in the flight level, the structure of flight level that they are writing now, they had revised it, and the distance they are putting now in between 2 waypoints, where we did not find any distance. Just use hypothetical calculation as per your distance and time formula. You can use to find the distance in between 2 waypoints. Okay. Earlier this was our duty only to find distance, because in this chart you are not going to see that distance is given in between 2 VOR. So we need to just calculate as per our hypothetical process. We can assume it as a 25 nautical mile, and we can say that this is total 75 nautical mile. Okay, that we used to do in earlier charts. But now, if you find the information of distance in between 2 waypoints, this is very easy for us to present our real position that is somehow actual in respect of this chart. Okay. So I hope you had a print out of this chart, and while giving any call, just use that hard copy of chart in front of you. Don't look at the soft copy on a screen or mobile phone. Use the hard copy of chart to practice the answer. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And the difference in the flight level information, that here you are getting the level information in fraction. Let me show you how it is. Here you are getting level information, that is altitude information, in fraction. Everywhere you will see that altitude is given in terms of fraction only, like this. This shows the numerator is upper limit of altitude in this aerospace, and the denominator shows lower limit of altitude everywhere. See, if the Lucknow approach is active from 200 upon 50, it means that in this region, sorry, we make a perfect diagram for you. In this region, Lucknow approach is active from 5,000 feet to 20,000 feet. in this region. Okay. And Lucknow Tower is active till 5,000 feet here, circular line. One doubt you had, sir, why did not this circular area they are using every time? They are simply focused on area. They just want area. Any enclosed surface they can have a control over. Okay, in this chart you are going to see, you will not find every time a circular area under control or approach. You may find that there is a boxy design every time, like this. So this also comes under control normally. Okay, this also comes under control of some of the ATC. Okay, so it was the presentation mode for altitude of earlier chart. Now they had switched to the new definition that they are using still as a fraction mode only, but you are going to see that they are using only one flight level in this fraction mode. What it means, if that number is written below this bar, this is the upper limit of this airspace. If it is written here, F, that is ultimately flight level 50, it means Gwalior Tower is active in this region up to 5,000 feet. Okay. And here you can see that what is written here above the fraction line, division line, as a numerator, it is written 150. It means that nearest control, what is it? Nearest control would be Udaipur. No, Udaipur also have tower only. Ahmedabad. You need to just see at the nearest control. Yes. Ahmedabad control will work in this region above this. Okay. Understood? Any doubt till the time? Is there any confusion to identify the flight level in the new chart?
But sir, that area comes into Mumbai FIR, sorry, Delhi FIR. So it is better if we call Mumbai or
This
sorry,
area,
Delhi.
You can call Delhi. You can call Delhi. You can call Delhi because yes, there was a confusion in finding the distance. You need to follow your nearest ATC always. Yeah, good one. You can call Delhi directly because the FIR is also Delhi and Delhi is somehow near to this area. So better to call Delhi. Good one. Okay. So in this manner, wherever you are finding any confusion to find a control or perfect ATC, if there is any confusion, just follow the nearest aerodromes ATC controls always. Not only control, ATC offices. ठीक है? तो जो भी आपको nearest लगे, you can choose one of them. ठीक है? And that is also another hint. If some area is falling under that FIR, so better to get the distance from Delhi only. But what if somewhere this line, if you want your nearest aerodrome, this Ahmedabad comes near to this point rather than Delhi. Are you getting this point?
Yes, sir.
So follow the nearest one always. That was a mistake that I had interpreted this near to the Ahmedabad, but this is near to the Delhi. Good one. ठीक है ना? तो आपको nearest हमेशा follow करना है. Sometimes you may get that there is a confusion whom to call, how to call. So you can call the nearest one, no problem there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You had any other doubt regarding this chart other than this? Sometimes you may see there is a two call sign for a single route. Okay. Two call sign for a single route. What is this for? You are going to read this whiskey 10 south,
South.
whiskey 10 north. It means that flight, those are northbound, means they had planned somehow like this. They are flying from southern region to northern region. They will call this route as a whiskey 10 north. And if someone is flying northern to southern side, so they'll use whiskey 10 south. Okay. Got it? Is there any another thing?
Got, sir.
So these are the things that you need to just take care of, because you may find you are confused in a hurry when you are going to look something at a very fastly. Like I was confused to find this region under Delhi. So I had not looked upward. I just looking the nearest airport downward only. Then I found Ahmedabad. So this was a mistake that time. I need to check all around. Okay. I need to check all around. See, this mistake I made. Why? Because this chart was in front of me online and it was hidden for me. That's why I had checked downward only. So if you have hard copy of this chart, you will have a complete view all around this chart. You can better interpret which is the nearest etc to you. Okay. That's why I suggest you
Yes,
to
sir.
practice on hard copy only. Well done. So these are the things that you already know about chart. And later we had covered flight plan also. Okay. So we had something on flight plan. Are you aware about all those 13 points on the flight plan?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So these are the minimum 13 points about the flight plan that we need to find in our question so that our call can become better to express. Okay. If any of the data is not available in the question, we just need to use hypothetical data. Okay. So for this thing, your aircraft identification is similar to your aircraft call sign. That may be Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo. IATA code of that flight, that is somehow 6E173. It means I fly 173 belongs to Indigo aircraft. Okay. Your flight level, that is your cruising altitude, they might give it, and they might also give this cruising altitude in such a manner that you may have different altitude in different routes. They might give you in such a manner that if you are going to fly from Udaipur to Delhi, then they might assign you on whiskey 13 south. Your flight level will be flight level 5,000 feet. And in this manner, ऐसा कोमा लगा लगा के वो लिखेंगे. If you are going to fly whiskey 20 south, your flight level will be flight level 7,000 feet. So in the question, you might get your flight level and your route simultaneously, along with the route, you will get a different flight level. So you need to follow that structure. Not always your altitude in your call is same. Okay. Then you have wave turbulence, either high, medium, low, that is heavy, medium, and low as per your size of the aircraft. Then there is a departure aerodrome where your aircraft is starting your journey. That will always in terms of TCAR location designator only. They are not going to write any VR code. They always use this one. Okay. So you had a session on that only. You had a session on that, and I think you have understood that how it is being written. Then the comes,
Yes, sir.
then that comes time. Time you will get either in IST or in UTC. IST is Indian Standard Time and UTC is Universal Coordinated Time. If you find your time is like this, it means this time is given in IST, that is 1430, 2:30 p.m. Okay. But if you find time like this means this is the representation of Zulu UTC time hour. Here you need to add 5 hour 30 minutes additional to calculate the real time. Okay, that will be 2008 p.m. So representation of UTC is always like this. After writing the time, they will write additional Z, Zulu. Okay, so in the flight plan, you may see both. Generally, you will see UTC only. They'll write Z after that time. Then it comes flight rules, IFR, VFR, IFR to VFR, and VFR to IFR. Okay, you had command on that. Good command on that, right?
Yes, sir.
Then you will have arrival aerodrome. What is your destination? Where you need to go in your flight plan, as per your flight plan. Then that comes type of flight. Type of flight means operation type. Don't say type of flight means aircraft type. Aircraft type is additional thing that will comes under your aircraft model number, like Airbus 320, Boeing 747. Type of flight means the journey type, whether this journey is your scheduled or non-scheduled, whether you are going to operate training flight, whether you are going to operate medical flight, like this. Okay, so this is the type of flight. Then that comes alternate aerodrome. Alternate aerodrome means if by any means you are not able to land on the destination aerodrome, you can change your destination to the nearest aerodrome. Your aircraft shall have capability to land on that aerodrome. For example, if your destination is Bangalore, for some reason it is not convenient to you to land on the Bangalore, you wish to land on the HL airport, that is also in Bangalore only, you just need to land on HL airport. So your flight, your aircraft shall have that much of fuel so that you can have reach to the alternate aerodrome. So this also taken under consideration while filling the flight plan, while uplifting the fuel, that your aircraft shall have capability to land on the alternate aerodrome in case of any emergency. Then you will get the route. Again, the route is same. This one, Golf 333, Whiskey 30 Whiskey, like this, west, Whiskey 30 east. Okay, so these are the routes. Routes and altitude you may get simultaneously at the same time. Like the example I had shown you now, you may get route like this only. It means on this route you are going to fly at flight level like this. Okay. Then it comes equipments. Equipments is standard equipments or any special equipments on board. which can make your flight suitable for you. Then it comes any other info. Any other info is information in addition to your regular flight plan, so that you may seek attention of ATC to get extra privilege or any extra consideration for your aircraft. Okay. Now we'll work on this flight plan only after 5 minutes of break to have some example of this flight plan and the question related to that. Are you all well aware about all 13 points? All 13
Yes,
points of
sir.
flight plan. Can you repeat for me what you have
Yes, sir. But
understand? Mhm.
sir, once again, if you can make understand the equipment, like what are the different types of equipment like that we can face in the question.
Yes, yes. Okay. So about that equipment, it means what the equipment means is your aircraft is fitted with all standard equipment that is going to be worked in your flight, or it has some extra privilege, or is your flight is flying under MEL. Okay? MEL means some of the equipment has been removed from your flight due to its unserviceability, but that doesn't really going to affect your aircraft in a serious manner. So your aircraft is permitted to cover that sector. Means your some of the working instruments has been removed out of 3 VHF. Sorry, 2 VHF generally. 3 VHF is only in globals. So out of 2 VHF, 1 VHF is not working. Out of 3 pitot static system or 4 pitot static systems alternates. Generally, there is 2 pitot static line, one on the each side of fuselage, that indicates your airspeed, vertical speed, and altitude. But if your aircraft is RVSM approved, reduced vertical separation minimum approved, that comes under special operations, then that need at least 4 pitot system, one system as a alternate. So for somehow, if your one pair of pitot system is non-functional, then you can fly your aircraft under MEL, but you are not going to use RVSM. So your flight type will be non-RVSM. So in your call, if you are going to face any airspace which is in between flight level 290 to 410, this is going to cut your privilege because of equipments. You are not able to fly in this airspace because you don't have pitot system. So this is the specialty of equipments. They'll write non-RVSM means your pitot system is not working. Or so this was the negativity of this equipment. Now comes to the positive points, that your aircraft is category 3 approved, ILS category 3, that is A, B, and C. If your aircraft is Cat 3 C approved, you are going to land on any airport, any aerodrome, not any airport, any aerodrome that has capability to demonstrate or to accept the category 3 arrival under no visibility, no decision height. This is the extra privilege with us. If our aircraft has category 3C, category 3C, we can land on any aerodrome with zero visibility. This is also comes under zero visibility, but the decision height will be 50 feet. Okay, bravo. Here you will get 200 feet of visibility, 200 meters of visibility. So these are the extra equipments with the help of which we can make special operations. We can get extra advantage. And if your equipment is standard, then you won't get any extra privilege Neither you will get any extra privilege, neither you are going to deduction in your privileges. Okay, standard equipment means as per your flight plan, your aircraft is comfortable. Any additional thing in the terms of equipments, they'll write in the column of equipments, they'll write category 3C here. In the column of equipments, they will write category 3C. Either number 10. It means if visibility is very low also, you can make landing. Okay? Otherwise, they'll write standard. Where is that? यहाँ पे they will write S standard. ठीक है?
Okay, sir.
And if something they'll write a mail release in the tech log, that is journey logbook or FRB, there you will get, as a pilot, you will get information that due one of my equipment makes us non-RVSM, we cannot fly in this airspace. Okay, so this is the use of equipment section. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then there was another topic to find the reciprocal of runway. Before going to that, can you repeat all these things for me? All the 13 points. I will write whatever you had noted down in your notes. Let me know. Is those things exactly same, or you might have little confusion while noting that? I allowed you to take a screenshot of that also that day so that you can have clear noting of that. Can you say me all those 13 points?
Yes, sir. So first, aircraft identification, then it's flight level.
Oh, with example, if you like to say with example.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
I'll note it down. Yes. First one.
Aircraft identification. It's call sign or IATA code. Like it could be Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo. It's call sign. Or in case of IATA code, it can be iFly 6C.
Okay, can you say the IATA code of SpiceJet?
It is SpiceJet only, sir. But we'll write SG.
Vistara?
UK. Vistara will write UK.
You had a note of this, right? आपके पास है ना?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, very good.
Go first.
Go first. Okay. Then
sir, yes, sir. Then, sir, flight level, that cruising altitude, like flight level 290, like that, sir.
Okay, next one.
And then wake turbulence. That is the turbulence produced by the aircraft. Like Airbus 320, they make wake medium.
Okay.
So we can the information will be given medium turbulence.
Next.
Then departure aerodrome location designator will be given, like VOMM is Chennai.
Okay, DEP means like departure aerodrome. Okay.
Departure aerodrome. Yes.
It will be written as DEP only. Delta Echo Papa. We need to understand that departure aerodrome. Okay. Next.
Then, sir, time. The scheduled departure time will be written in the flight plan.
Okay. Then
flight rules like IFR, VFR, or Y means IFR to VFR, and Z means VFR to IFR.
Well. Then next.
Then ARR, that is the arrival or destination aerodrome location designator.
What next?
So type of flight. Type of flight means the operation type, whether it is scheduled, non-scheduled, or training. Like then alternate aerodrome. ALT.AED will be written. That is the alternate aerodrome.
Next.
Then a route. A call sign of the planned routes from departure to destination. Like whiskey 113.
If there will
like
be multiple routes, it will written like this. Comma लगा के in between waypoints.
Comma.
ठीक है? जहाँ पे change होगा
Yes,
ना with the semicolon, they will write more of the routes. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Like this. The next.
Then, sir, equipment. What equipments carried on board, like ILS, ILS categories, special equipments. Then, sir, aircraft type. That is the aircraft make or model number.
Aircraft model number.
Then model number. Then, sir, any other information necessary to the flight which may seek attention of the ATC, like VVIP movement, VVIP passenger, and or any medical case.
Yes. So this is the 13 points that you need to have in your flight plan. If any of these things is missing, these things are missing, just use hypothetical data because you know what it could be. Okay, you know now what it could be. Like for the type of flight that is not given, you can use by your side that Airbus 320 like this. Okay, so these are the things.
Yes,
now one more topic, that is reciprocal of runway. Reciprocal of runway. Just for an example, let me know by calculating your side what will be the reciprocal of runway 24. You can take your time. Give me the answer.
it will be runway 06.
Very good. Okay, so I'll explain this one more time for the newer students. A reciprocal of runway means that the orientation of your runway, orientation of the runway on an airport in respect of earth magnetism. If it is written that runway 27, it means this runway is making an angle of 270 degrees with respect of earth magnetism. Then what could be the reciprocal of it? Just opposite of it. If this is a pole A and this is a pole B, if this is making 270 degrees, then this will make 90 degrees in respect of earth magnetism. This is 90, this is 180, 270, 360. That is also 0 degree. So whenever you need to find the reciprocal of runway, first convert into angle. For example, if this is runway 19er, the angle with the respect of earth magnetism will be 190. Okay. So how to find the reciprocal? There is a formula that in your runway number, just add 180. If this is 190, just add 180. Whatever the results will come. if this result is less than 360, that is not less than, if this result is less than 360 degrees, then that is going to be your answer. But if this result is higher than 360 degrees, this is higher than 360 degrees, what to do? Just reduce 360 degrees into of it. Okay, so what it comes? 100. Okay, it comes 100. No, sorry, it comes 10. Now, as per the conversion of our degrees, this runway 10 will considered as runway 01. Okay, so what will be the reciprocal of runway 19er? Runway 01. Okay.
Yes, sir. Sir, in the while giving the exam, if we need to do any this type of
Calculation.
calculations, which space we'll do?
The rough sheet, first page, एग्जामिनेशन क्वेश्चन का जो फर्स्ट पेपर आएगा ना, उसमें लोअर पार्ट रफ स्पेस रहता है, सो आप वहां पे कैलकुलेट कर सकते हो. बट फॉर अ सिंपल थिंग, just remember two things. This is very popular. Runway 27 is reciprocal of runway 09. Okay, is this clear? And
Yes, sir.
in the question, you will not get much confusing things. You will get these similar things only. If something is reducing into it, keep reducing that. Okay. And if something is adding into it, keep adding that. Okay. On 2 to 3 exercises, 2 to 4 exercises, it will be completed. You need not to calculate much. Generally, in the examination, you will get questions related to runway 27 and 09er. That is very popular. And if you find something different than that, then also you are going to get plus minus 2 only. Okay.
Okay, sir.
You may also get runway 3-4 curve. Okay, runway 3-4. So it will be runway 16 like this. Okay, so these are the things. Need not to worry much because आपको सिर्फ more of the time runway 27 and 09 मिलेगा. And there is only I think one question that is very popular where you need to practice this. That is written there while taking off, something glare comes onto the cockpit and that is not make you suitable for the takeoff. कहीं से माउंटेन से कोई शाइन ग्लेयर आ रहा है आपके कॉकपिट स्क्रीन पे, so that is make you uncomfortable for the takeoff. In that case, if this is runway 27, you just need to request for runway 09er for taking off. Okay, so this was the question where you need this theory. Okay, and in that question also there is a suggestion from ATC that you are going to receive a strong thunder and storm within 5 minutes. So you just need to cancel your flight, nothing at all. Okay, so that was the actual use of reciprocal of runway. In any case, you are not able to fly with the one side of runway, you can request other side. Okay, somehow you may see flock of bird, you can request this one. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this was the things related to the flight plan, chart, and reciprocal of rainbow. Now I'll ask you again to just read all the IATA codes in front of me so that I can understand that you have clarity over this International Airport Air Transportation Association's का IATA codes of all these things. Because in the later times, if you receive any of these things, you are not going to say IATA code 63123. You just need to simply say I fly, Air India. This is the thing you need to practice. And there is a question regarding Jet Airways that what is the, there is a question written in the question number 598. So you need to say 98 is IATA code of Jet Airways, like that. Okay, there was a question related to this IATA code. That's why I found this important to teach. Can you say what are those with example?
So code 6C is for iFly, that is of organization Indigo. Code AI is the organization Air India, and also we will pronounce Air India.
Air India.
SG organization is SpiceJet, will also pronounce SpiceJet. UK name of organization is Vistara, will also pronounce Vistara. G8 name of organization is Go First, will also pronounce Go First. Or Go Air written, sir.
No problem. Earlier it was Go
Yes,
Air
sir.
only.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. QP name of organization is Akasa Air, will also pronounce the same Akasa Air. Then I5, it is Air Asia India organization and will pronounce Red Knight. IX is Express India, will pronounce Air India Express. Niner 1 is Alliance Air Organization
Niner I.
and will pronounce
Niner
Allied.
India. Niner
Sorry,
I.
Niner I. Yes. Niner I will pronounce Allied. And S Niner, name of organization is Fly Big, will pronounce Chris. And S5, it is Star Air, will pronounce High Star.
So this was the thing that we need to really cover up, because in the questions you might surprise that there are 2 or 3 questions around those RT examination जहाँ पे आपको आइटा कोड्स मिलेंगे. एयर इंडिया तो मोर पॉपुलर हो जाता है और सबको पता चलता है. रेड नाइट वाले में जाके फंसते हैं सब लोग, एयर एशिया वाले में, बिकॉज कई बार अगर याद भी होता है ना तो मन में एयर एशिया रह जाता है, बट उसका एक्चुअल प्रोनाउंसिएशन है रेड नाइट. ठीक है. So
yes,
these are the things that we need to really have good command. Otherwise थोड़ी सी कंफ्यूजन रह जाती है ना, तो वहां पे आपको एक कंफ्यूजन आया ना, तो बिफोर आंसरिंग दैट आपको आगे बढ़ने का वो अच्छा नहीं लगता है, आपको लगता है कुछ गलत हो गया. ठीक है, लाइक दिस. और एक मिस्टेक के बाद यू विल फील अनकंफर्टेबल टू आंसर अदर थिंग्स. आपको लगेगा बार बार कि कुछ मिस्टेक हो गया. नाउ यू विल find yourself less confident after this. Okay, so just note one thing that I forgot to write on that slide, the IATA code of Jet Airways, because this is the asked question. I don't want to take a risk of that. IATA code of Jet Airways, is my screen visible now? IATA code of
yes, sir.
Jet Airways is 9W, Niner Whiskey. In a question you will get 9W, तो इसका आंसर में आपको बोलना पड़ेगा Niner Whiskey is a IATA code of Jet Airways. ठीक है. Almost 70% questions are repeated in a session of RT also. In our DGC thing that you will get most of the time repeated question. So better to get it on time. If this is the question, the answer is also same. You cannot find any logic or you cannot give any logic behind that. You just need to simply say the answer. Okay. So these are the things that you need to cover. Now, related to that, these things are enough to understand the flight, to plan the flight, and answer the question as per that. Abhishek, can you say me that what is the definition of flight plan? What you mean by flight plan?
Sir, it is a report which we provide to the air traffic control unit for approval, or what things we are going to the destination, how we are going to fly. It is a report on that, which we submit to the ATC for approval.
So फ्लाइट प्लान जो सबमिट करते हो ना, उसका भी एक ड्यूरेशन होता है. Before any flight, we need to submit that plan at least 1 hour before on ground. ठीक है? On ground, you need to submit that plan at least 1 hour before your time of departure. Okay? Departure time. On air, if you wish to change your plan on air 1 hour before on ground, on air, if you wish to change your plan, you need to submit this plan 10 minutes prior to the nearest ATC. Okay? That is rerouting clearance. Rerouting clearance, you need to take at least 10 minutes before that. We have little change in our plan. We need to reroute via so and so limits. Okay. So these are the questions that may ask you in part 2 Viva. Okay, what is the flight plan? What is the time to submit that? And what is the validity of flight plan? Okay, what is the validity of flight plan? Till your
Till reaching the destination aerodrome.
good guess, good guess. If everything is normal, then your flight plan is valid. But if you are making 15 minutes of delay, there is a definition in our CR. What was that mechanical delay ka definition? 15 minutes ka delay, right? So if you are making delay of 15 minutes, that comes under mechanical delay, that is permitted to you. But if you are taking more than 13 minutes and no information to the ATC, they'll just simply ask you to revise your flight plan. So flight plan is valid for all the time if you are resuming your normal navigation, and 30 minutes in case you are on ground and you had not prepared for takeoff. Okay. So post 30 minutes of your scheduled time, they'll ask you to revise your flight plan simply. Okay.
Sir, 1 second, sir.
Mm-hmm. Have you noted all those things, or shall I write all these things again on the screen?
So last point, what you said, I didn't get.
Validity of flight plan, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
In general, you had applied that your ETD, expected time of departure, is 10 o'clock. Your expected time of departure is 10 o'clock. So there is a permissible thing in CAR that if you have any kind of mechanical delay, what was the definition of that? 15 minutes. Okay. This is considerables. Means if you are just giving a call post 15 minutes, 15 minutes, then still your flight plan is valid. You can say there was a mechanical delay due to technical problem. So expected time of departure is now 1015. This is the extra thing, mechanical delay. So as per CAR, 15 minutes is permissible to you, right? That you can have a delay. There is a understanding for 15 minutes. Now, if your ETD is 1000 and till the 1030, if you have not communicated anything to ATC, then your flight plan will be cancelled, will become invalid. If you contact ATC on 1032, they'll say revise your flight plan. Got it? They'll say resubmit your flight plan. So the validity of flight plan on ground is 30 minutes. Got it?
Okay, sir.
This is the thing. These are the questions that may
So
ask you.
then it is up to 30 minutes, up to half an hour, then it is valid.
Up to half an hour. Okay.
Okay. Then, sir, how half an hour it is mechanical delay only 15 minutes, it is valid as per CR. How it can extend to half an hour?
Flight plan.
No, I mean to say, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Means कि if permissible from CR for 15 minutes delay, तो 30 मिनट तक flight plan कैसे valid रहेगा? Like this, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This was the additional thing that I wrote here to just remind one more thing. कि मैकेनिकल डिले आपने सीआर में पढ़ा था ना, मैकेनिकल डिले वो परमिसेबल था इफ योर एयरक्राफ्ट हैज एनी टेक्निकल इशू दैट मेक्स यू डिले टिल 15 मिनट्स, उसको हम लोग मैकेनिकल डिले बोलते थे, राइट? हियर देयर इज अ डिले ऑफ 30 minutes. Keep aside this. For this, keep this aside. This was the questioning practice of Viva person. They'll ask you what is the validity of flight plan. You'll say till 30 minutes of delay, my flight plan will be approved. After 30 minutes, my flight plan will be cancelled. Then they'll ask what is the mechanical delay. You need to say the delay of 15 minutes. Okay. Now they won't compare in between this because this is the operation thing. ATC is busy in something else. तो उसको अगर 30 मिनट तक कोई अपडेट नहीं दोगे तो वो आपके फ्लाइट प्लान को रिवाइज करने के लिए बोल देगा. Got it?
Okay, sir.
And in this, they might ask you for the region of delay out of this 30 minutes. Here, you can simply say there is a mechanical delay. They have no problem, no questioning from their side. ठीक है? But इधर आपका क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं, your passenger was not available, delay in security check, delay in checking, any kind of things. ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
So this 5 minute is just additional things to let you remind about the mechanical delay, because this part 2 Viva person, they are asking in this manner only. Okay, because these are the similar terms. If this is the term delay, then they'll ask what is mechanical delay. Like this, they may ask you, right?
Yes, sir.
So this was it. Now we'll practice some questions as per the things that we had till the time. We'll practice this question after 5 minutes of break. Have some water, take some breaths, join us later, and we'll practice the questions till the time we had. Okay, we are going to use that. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, see you post completion of 5 minutes, and that will be 1625. You have a break for 7 minutes. Okay, Abhishek, have you well settled now? Ready to take some?
Yes, sir.
Ready to take some questions?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the question I'll write on the screen, and I'll wipe it out also just after the writing. So make this question note down in your notebook. Okay. So the question is, you are saying you just have your ear on my words also. Don't be completely focused
Yes,
on the
sir.
writing. Okay. This is the ultimate example of RT. You need to focus on your ear. Okay. So the question is, you are seeing a fuel leakage from an oil tanker. So serious concern on safety. The exact question you are going to get. You are seeing a fuel leakage from an oil tanker. So serious concern on safety. Okay. And just write down the another question also. A vehicle. This is not D. That was actually vehicle. Vehicle hit the aircraft. Okay. So the second question was a vehicle hit the aircraft. Okay. Have you noted down the both of the question?
Yes, sir.
You can start your answer. Hold some breath. Uh, hold your breath. Take some time. Easy way में answer करना है, not in hurry. Okay. Yes, start your answer.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo. Sir, in this case, is it required to give is
And pen or
raising station or no, sir?
no, no,
Raising
no.
station is required, or I can directly
You can directly call. You can directly call.
call. Okay. Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo on 123.45 taxiway Charlie sighted oil tanker on apron 1 leaking. Request necessary actions.
Okay. So in this question, leaking what? And the question was so serious concern on safety. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you just need to use this word safety or hazardous thing. Okay. Request necessary action is good one. You can simply say request necessary action. But here you just need to add leaking fuel. Okay. Got it?
Leaking fuel. Yes, yes, sir.
Huh.
Leaking fuel, which can be hazardous, like that I can say.
Hmm. Like this.
Okay.
Exactly, you need to say this may be a serious safety hazard. So
Okay.
this side I am writing the call related to you only because you had made a really good call. You just need to write in this manner. Victor, sorry, Mumbai ground. Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo on 123.45 taxiway Charlie sighted oil tanker on apron 1 leaking fuel. This may be a serious safety hazard. Now you had shown your concern, right?
Yes, sir.
Now you can say request appropriate action or request necessary action. Okay, very good, Abhishek.
Yes, sir.
Very good. You have also made a right call, but I was told now that day I had told ki I'll just add something into your call.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So this was the ideal answer. Just make a fair
Sir,
number
if
fill.
this much I have said, how much mark they would have given out of 20, or how much the mark it is? Then
They'll give at least 17 to 80. 18, sorry, 17 to
okay,
18 at least, because this is a perfect call. And if you ask,
right.
sir, where they deduct 1 or 2 marks, they might deduct based on your pronunciation. कि उनको हो
Okay.
सकता है आपके स्लो बोलने का फास्ट बोलने का ऐसा कुछ पसंद नहीं आए, then they'll deduct at least maximum 1 or 2 marks. They'll also not deduct this if you have told all those things clearly. They'll definitely gives 20 marks. I had received. I am the person who is witnessing 20 marks. while in my examination second part में आपको first part का पेपर दिखाया जाता है. So I am the witness of that I got 20 marks. ठीक है.
Okay. No, the call I have made, sir.
हाँ, अच्छा. As per
Previous
your
one.
call.
Yes, yes, yes.
As per your call, they'll give around 15, 15.
Okay.
Because the fuel thing you had missed
Yes.
1 marks, and safety concern you have not shown, so they'll deduct 3 to 4 marks
Okay.
there. Okay.
Okay, sir.
No problem. See, don't go on my judgment, because I am here looking from my angle. The examiner may like look from the different angle. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this was the thing, and they are using to give full marks if they satisfied with the answer. Okay, no problem. So have you noted the final call structure?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well done. At last, just give me a snapshot of your notes. ठीक है, जैसा उस दिन भेजा था ना, please today also drop in the group.
Okay, sir.
Then, what was the next question?
Vehicle hit the aircraft.
Okay, go ahead with the answer.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo on 123.45 taxiway Delta cited. Follow me. Vehicle hit Victor Tango Alpha Lima Yankee on right wing. Request appropriate action.
Very good. Again, follow me वाले से दुश्मनी है कुछ नहीं, ठीक है. No problem. No problem. Good one. Good call. You had request appropriate action. You had clearly briefed that what was the actual scenario. You had taken the call sign of aircraft, exact damage area. That is good one. ठीक है. Here, ऐसा थोड़ा सा मुझे लगा attentive that that might not be a wrong, but if I am noticing it, then someone might also notice that. यहाँ जब आप ये टैक्सी वे डेल्टा बोलते हो ना, तो इसके ऑन, एट, क्रॉसिंग, पासिंग इस टाइप का कुछ पता नहीं चल रहा है. सो better to say stand or bay instead of taxiway, because these questions you will receive while you are standing on ground. ठीक है ना? If the question is
Right.
that you are on taxiway, then you can use taxiway. No problem in using taxiway, but taxiway के साथ ना हमेशा एक यूज करना होता है on taxiway, like stand पे भी होता है on stand, ऐसा करके. But to prevent this repetitive on and on, I had suggest you to not to say on and on repetitively. ठीक है, मैंने ही बोला था ना.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir. Yes. So we can mention passing taxiway delta like that.
हाँ, अगर आप डायरेक्ट स्टैंड बोलते हो ना, तो एटलीस्ट पता चल जाता है कि यू आर स्टैंडिंग. बट इफ यू आर ऑन टैक्सीवे, तो आपको ऑन बोलना पड़ता है कि ऑन टैक्सीवे, like this. Okay, if you say direct stand 4, then they'll understand, yes, you are standing on stand 4. But if you say taxiway delta, then there is a confusion. You are on taxiway delta would be better call for this. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now this call was good, really good call, no doubt in this. Now next question. Okay.
Sir, suppose I have cited one airline vehicle, then what I could have said, he cited
Indigo
Indigo
vehicle.
vehicle. Okay.
an indigo vehicle. Indigo कोई blame नहीं करना है. You can say any other also, but for example, you can say cited indigo
Yes,
vehicle
sir.
hit Victor Tango Alpha Lima Yankee ऐसा करके on right wing. ठीक है?
Okay.
You can say. You can take any of the airline name. Doesn't matter. Now, the next question will be for you. Two questions I'm going to write. Leaking fuel. अच्छा इसको proper grammatical manner में लिख देता हूँ. You have seen leaking fuel from another aircraft. ठीक है? या from any aircraft. Another की जगह पे from any aircraft. From an aircraft. Have you noted it down?
Yes, sir.
Then the second question will be for you that an aircraft taxiing or towing without navigation lights on. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Done.
Sir, this second question,
Mhm.
I shall report the situation to the ATC. Nothing only
Yes.
I can do. Yeah.
Simply, all these questions you just need to report your situation. That's it. Because these calls are related to ground only, and I had completed all these things related to the ground. These are the practice sessions to you. Now
Yes, yes.
I will wrap it up for the ground things. Then I'll jump to the calls on flight. Okay. These all are
Yes, sir.
the reporting questions. Because you are on ground, you need to report. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Prepare your answer. आराम से आंसर टेकल करना है. ठीक है?
Well, Mumbai ground, Victor, Tango, Alpha. Should I wait, sir?
No. You can. You're ready.
Mumbai ground, Victor, Tango, Alpha, Bravo, Bravo. On 123.45, stand 1, apron 2, sighted Victor, Tango, Alpha, Alpha, Charlie, fuel leaking from left wing outboard. This can be a serious hazard. Request necessary action.
Very good. Very good. Here, just give me a match of your answer. Fuel leakage from, right? You had told, or what you had told in actual?
I have said, sir, fuel leaking from left wing outboard.
The fuel leaking from left wing outboard. This can be
It
a
should be fuel leakage.
no. Leaking is good one. Good one.
Okay.
I had write from 2 times now. That's why I was a little confused. This can be a serious hazard. Request necessary action. Okay, well done. Very good. Okay. And what if no, you can use any hypothetical data. No need to worry about that. What if you need not to use this call sign exactly? What if you are unable to find that call sign in
Uh,
actual
then sir, I'll report the location of that aircraft.
color, company name,
Cited or
anything?
color. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Color, company,
Cited Indigo aircraft
Indigo
on
aircraft.
stand 2,
Hmm.
apron 1, fuel leaking from left wing outboard.
Yes. In this question also, you have mentioned your location. Okay, that you are on
Yes,
airplane
sir.
two. Sorry, you had mentioned that you are on airplane two. What
Yes.
extra you can add? You can also mention the location of subject aircraft.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so these things you can add in addition. You can also Victor Tango AAC, oh sorry, Alpha Alpha Charlie on apron 3, fuel leaking from left wing outboard side. This can be a serious fire hazard, or this can be a serious hazard. This can be a fire hazard. Request necessary
Yes,
action.
sir.
Perfect. Very good. Then next,
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo on 123.25 stand 4, apron 1, cited Victor Tango Alpha Charlie Charlie on taxiway 4, on taxiway, correction, on taxiway Alpha without navigation light on.
Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo. Say again all.
I say again, Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo
Uh-huh.
on 123.25 stand 4, apron 1, cited Victor Tango Alpha Charlie Charlie on taxiway Alpha without navigation light switching on.
Have you write these things again? ये जो आपने दोबारा से बोला उसको दोबारा से लिखा ना अपने पेपर पे?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because you were too fast in early time, means early calls of this answer. Victor Tango Alpha.
Written.
Very good. That was I was checking about your patience, because in the examination, if you repeat all these things in a very fast manner, they'll note it out that you are not writing it again, and they'll note it. After I say again, you need to write all these things again. Doesn't matter how much
Yes,
space it will take. They are going to match that. If I asked him to say again, had he written it again or not? Okay,
yes, sir.
very
Sir, I have added just one more thing,
good.
like navigation light switching on. Previously, I have
Switching
not
on.
said this one.
That's I had written especially. You can simply say without navigation lights on. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, that's good. And here you are saying that Victor Tango Alpha Charlie Charlie on taxiway Alpha you can say taxiing or towing. If the situation is towing, then you need to say towing. If the situation is taxing, you can say taxing. Because on taxiway Charlie, yeah, it also good. No, no, doesn't matter. Good one. If the question related to towing, then what you will say? Same question.
Yes, sir.
Towing thana. Please repeat the answer again. Then I can find if any consequences are there. Question related to towing. Same question.
Uh, Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo on 123.25, stand 4, apron 1, cited Victor Tango Alpha Charlie Charlie on uh, taxiway Alpha, towing without navigation light on.
Very good. Very good. Similarly, if you say taxiway, then taxiing is obvious. Okay, that I was checking. If you are saying towing, then you need to mention this towing word especially. Because on taxiway, taxiing is obvious. कोई भी aircraft अपने power से ही run करेगा. Got it? Now,
Yes, sir.
very good till the time. So 4 questions you had practiced till the time, right? 4 type of questions.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Not 2 more questions.
Sir, hello.
Ha ha ha.
Sir,
Please.
sir, if one aircraft is on pushback from the stand and it is
The
aligning
flight.
with the taxiway, what I shall say, sir?
If the aircraft is in the condition of pushback and aligning with taxiway, mean just
Yes, sir.
he just aligning
Pushing
to the
back, sir. Just
uh, apron you can use because till the end of taxiway it comes apron only. Okay.
okay.
And one more thing, just don't confuse with apron and all. You had remember that definition, sorry, that word ramp you had remembered, right? This complete area will be apron. This is the stand. If the aircraft is being pushed back, this will comes on the ramp. Okay. So this will also covered under apron only. Aircraft cannot being pushed back and directly come to the taxiway. Taxiway will be somehow here. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes. Got it.
Inside an apron, every lines are ramp. R-A-M-P. That will also covered under apron. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Note 2 more questions. But before noting that, before answering that, I'll ask you some other thing. The question number 4. Four is you are having.
So this will be 5. Question 5.
Actually, this one will be 5. Okay. You are having brakes hot while taxi. Okay. One question. Next question. In Edward Tentley, you can write the spelling from screen. In Edward Tentley, INADVERTENTLY. In Edward Tentley, enter wrong area and lost at an aerodrome. Have you noted? And
Yes, sir.
lost at an aerodrome. Okay. This was the question. Now tell me some questions. What is the color of taxiway?
Sir,
Lights.
yellow color lights.
Lights.
Sir, in the edge lights will be blue color,
Mhm.
and center lights will be green.
So in this manner, that will be color. Edge light will be of blue color like this, and center lights will be of green
Green
color.
colors.
ठीक है. जो लेफ्ट राइट रहेगा ना वो भी ऐसा ही ऐसे स्प्लिट होगा. If there is some kind of split and two directional road further, so this will go like this. ठीक है. Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
And what about the runway?
Runway, it is, sir, edge lights will be white, and the center line will be first white, then in the middle section white and red, and then towards the end it is red.
Okay, repeat it again.
Sir, edge lights of the runway will be white color, and in the center line, first it will be some of white colors. Then in the middle section it will be white and red colors, and at the towards end it will be red colors.
Well done. Yesterday, I had 8 minutes is remaining. Okay, I can catch that. Yesterday, I was flying through Akasa Air in the evening. What I have noticed, I'll just exactly show you. These edge lights, right? Instead of white, this was of amber or yellow color in the runway. Actually, I had noticed.
Okay.
Okay. So there was in the books and all, okay, edge lights will be of white color. That's why I had asked you today. Yesterday, this was in my mind also. कि why in the book it has written it will be of white color. Okay. So in actual, this runway edge lights. See, if this is a runway. It is not coming. Okay, pardon me for that. If this is a runway, इधर इधर पे जो lights होता है ना, this will be of white color as per the book, but in the real, it is of amber or yellow. ठीक है, not that much clear in night, but ऐसा color था amber or yellow. ठीक है, and in the center, yeah, it is exactly of white in the initial phase. In the middle phase of runway, this is of white plus red. Why this is white plus red? Because in initial portion of middle runway, this is of white color, and end portion of the middle portion of the runway only, this will be of red color, and the final it will be of red color only. Okay.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. So, this is being asked. Lights के बारे में question number 5 में पूछा जाता है, but they'll not ask about runway edge color light. Basically, the main question is about the center line. Runway center line का light initially white, in between white plus red, and at the end of the runway that is of red color. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
now you can answer those questions.
Yes, sir. In second question, that
Mhm.
inadvertently I have entered a wrong area.
Mhm.
In that area, this thing I'll report that I have entered wrong area and lost. But
Yes.
can I
Uh-huh.
also
Mhm.
say some building like that I am
Yes, your
here, like
last
inside
known
this building?
position. Yes, yes, your last known position. You need to say. You can say
Okay.
कि, that red colored building is in front of me or in the right side of me. You can say. Okay, or you can say
Okay,
this,
sir.
or you can say any pillar number. Pillar number 35 is on right of me, like this. Okay. Generally, this is not a question that is being asked, but this question will test your
Mhm.
intelligence because this is the question, one of the question. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Go ahead with your answer.
Mumbai ground,
Mhm.
Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo on 123.25 on taxiway Alpha, experiencing brakes correction, experiencing MLG brakes hot, request taxi back to apron.
Okay. Now focus on some engineering terms. Brakes are obvious in main landing gear only. Second thing, that if you have
So it can
received,
be NLG also, na sir?
no, 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 nobody. If you say anyone now, that
Sorry, sir. NLG. Okay, okay. It doesn't
okay,
have brakes. Sorry.
uh,
Just missed.
okay, no problem. So this is obvious things to main landing gear. Now, if your brakes once hot, you cannot move your aircraft. This is the remarkable thing. You need to point it out. Once you
Okay.
have brakes hot indication, you can't move your aircraft because further friction may lead to a fire. Okay. So
Okay, sir.
let me show you the example. What else you can say? Let not erase your answer. So what you can say is, like as per your first thing, this will fall under pan call. You will get to know that what calls comes under pan call. Brakes hot indication comes under pan call. So you need to say pan. Mumbai ground. Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo on 123.45 on taxiway Charlie. Experiencing is something when you are really experiencing it. You have not experiencing fire. You can't experience fire. What you will do? Received. Received brakes hot indication in cockpit because you also can't see on your wheels. Receive brakes hot indication in cockpit. Okay, CKPT is short form of cockpit. Is that okay till now? Then you can say
Yes, sir.
holding present position. Now you can ask request firefighting services. Their request it is assistance. Okay. Request assistance.
Okay, sir.
Now you got what are
Yes, sir.
these? You are receiving brakes hot indication. You cannot experience it because you are not able to see that. And where you are receiving
Yes, sir.
brakes hot indication in cockpit, you can
Cockpit.
hold your present position, request firefighting services or request further assistance. Very good, by the way. So would you like to practice it again?
Yes, sir.
Okay, these two questions we'll practice just immediate after ending of this session. Let this session be end. Just completion of this session. Join this meeting back. We'll have practice of this call. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Till that. I welcome back. So
Yes, sir.
you are going to now you are ready to practice your answers last two questions, right?
Yes, sir.
Share this screen. Yes, go ahead.
Mumbai ground Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo on 123.25 taxiing on taxiway Echo received brakes hot indication on cockpit holding current position request further assistance.
Okay, Vishek, this question is 60% correct. Not 60% correct. Correct, it is 100%. But the marks will be given to you is 60%. Can you identify what was the shortfall in this question? What are the shortfalls from your side itself? Pan situation.
Sorry, right, sir. Pan.
Okay.
Right.
And
The pan.
and here you had asked for further assistance. That's good. But here they'll deduct 1 marks. Why? Because you could ask for firefighting services or emergency services to help you in that situation.
But sir, till now I didn't catch fire on my brakes, sir. So
You can ask. This is
and
additional
I'm holding the current. Okay,
position.
okay.
Because you could not see your landing gear, buddy. You cannot see your landing
Right,
gear.
sir.
What is the actual situation? Got it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Would you like to get the answer again?
Yes, sir.
Okay. No problem. Hmm.
Pan. Pan. Mumbai ground Victor Tango Alpha Bravo on 123.25 taxiing on taxiway Echo received brakes hot indication on cockpit holding current position request fire fighting services and further assistance.
Very good. Good one. Okay. Now, someone barely find any shortfall in this answer. Okay. This one is the
Okay, sir.
perfect. Good. Okay. You can practice your next one also. What was that? I think that one was
So
about
inadvertently entered wrong
entered
area,
wrong area.
lost at an
Yes, yes,
aerodrome.
yes. Hmm.
Mumbai, sir, this here I am lost. This is not a I mean, any urgency or distress, right, sir?
Yeah, no urgency, no
Because I'm
distress.
lost in aerodrome.
No
Right.
urgency, no distress, nothing. Simple call.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo on 123.25 inadvertently entered wrong area and lost in aerodrome, sighted red colored two-story building on my left. Request assistance.
Very good. Here, lost in aerodrome is a situation. Okay. But what is the lost in aerodrome is a situation that ATC might judge you that you have lost. You have lost from your side. How you can say you are lost? If you are unable to determine your position. Okay. You cannot say itself ki I am lost. Got it? See,
Okay.
this is the twisting of English and literature thing. You're not wrong here, but you cannot say yourself lost. Someone other will say you that you are lost. ठीक है ना? So
Like, sir?
like कि आप जैसे कहीं पे गुम हो गए. So how you can say कि you are lost? This is the literature thing. Means English question, simple English grammar. कि you cannot say
Okay.
yourself lost. Someone other will judge you as a you are lost. For you, you have just unable to determine your position, or you are just unable to find your any known person. Like आप मेले में जैसे गुम हो जाते हो ना, तो आप क्या हो रहे होते हो कि आप बस अपने किसी भी नॉन फेसेस को ढूंढना चाह रहे होते हो. You are unable to find any known faces. But if someone will look
Okay.
after you, so they'll tell you that you are lost, like this. So better language for this lost in aerodrome, you need to say from your side, unable to determine position. ठीक है?
Yes.
This is just a, you can say in a simple very rare Hindi language, you can say कि ये फालतू चीज है कि actual में आप lost ही हुए
No,
हो.
no, sir, got it. This is better.
This is the better thing.
Yes, sir.
But this is important. ठीक है? This is important that you are unable to
Yes.
determine your position. ठीक है? Then
Yes.
you have told something regarding this red color building. What was that? I was not able to write it properly.
Sir, I said sighted red colored two-story building on my left.
Two-story building.
Yes, sir.
What is this building type?
Sir, it is having two floors like that.
It's a two floors building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No.
It's two-story building we say, na, sir, usually, or three-story buildings like that.
Instead
It is
of
having
that,
3 floors, sir. Yes, sir.
instead of that, you can say the name of any approved building of the aerodrome. Means any building which has some kind of name or advertisement.
Name of it.
Indigo office, hangar number 3. Or if you are unable to see any kind of such things, you can simply say last known position. The heading will be last known position had taken right from taxiway drive, like this.
Okay, sir.
Got it?
Okay, sir.
Right.
Last known position taken.
No, not
Right.
in last. इधर request assistance से पहले You can say had taken right from taxiway Bravo.
Okay, sir.
Last known position, no need to say now, because if you have lost
Okay.
in flight, then this is the comes under heading. Last known position is a heading thing. सब्जेक्ट क्या है,
Okay,
लास्ट
sir.
नोन पोजीशन आपको बोलना है, तो उसमें आप बोलोगे हैड टेकन राइट फ्रॉम टैक्सीवे ब्रेवो, लाइक दिस.
Okay, sir.
Got it? And if the same
Yes, sir.
lost situation, if you feel in flight, तो वहां पे आपको बोलना पड़ता है लास्ट नॉन पोजीशन अल्फा 745 had deviated 10 nautical mile from alpha 745. So in flight call में आपको लास्ट नॉन पोजीशन बोलना है, यहाँ आप सिंपली अपने एग्जैक्ट डेविएशन को बता दो. Got it?
Sir, what you said, last known position from route or
Alpha 745, हाँ, from any route, because in air,
Alpha 7.
हाँ, this is alpha 745. if you have deviated here, तो आपको ऐसा बोलना पड़ेगा लास्ट नॉन पोजीशन, दिस इज इन फ्लाइट कॉल, यू लेट यू नो, डोंट वरी. Last known
Okay, sir.
position had deviated 10 nautical miles from alpha 745. This will comes
This is the mark for deviation.
ha. This one,
Okay,
no
sir.
no no no, this one is not the mark for deviation. This one is not, you need to simply write deviated. Okay.
Deviated alpha. Okay, 10 nautical mile.
Deviated alpha 745 for 10 nautical mile, like this. So would you like to give the answer one more time for this question only?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Please do. Everything fair is important. Rough and all is other thing. Fair करना जरूरी है. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Collect all those data. Give another answer.
Sir, this directly I'll say had taken right from taxiway Bravo, or
Yes,
I can
directly.
say last I had taken.
No. Directly you can say taken right from taxiway Bravo. Last known position don't need to say here. Okay. This was the heading. Why I had told you, because this was the subject. Last known position you need to say. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
जैसे
Mumbai.
इसको
Yes,
ऐसे
sir.
समझो, इसको ऐसे समझो. Why I had told you, जैसे आपको भूख लगी है, you can simply say कि I can have rice and rajma, like this. Instead you can say I am hungry, under this rice and rajma. ठीक है? So here ground call you can simply say had taken right from taxiway Bravo, but in on air call you need to say heading also. So this was the later thing.
Okay,
इधर आप directly situation बता दो. Okay.
okay, sir.
Continue your call.
Mumbai ground Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo on 123.25 inadvertently entered wrong area, unable to determine position, had taken left turn from taxiway Echo, request assistance.
Okay. In this scenario, the ATC will reply you like this. Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo. Hold your position. Expect following in 05 minutes. What you are going to give as a readback?
Mumbai ground. Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo. Holding current position. Wilco. Sorry. Correction. Roger, sir. I can say Roger here.
You can say Roger. And you can also say expecting follow me in 05 minutes.
Expecting follow me in 05 minutes.
05 minutes.
Okay.
This is the understanding of your grammar. Whatever thing you can say. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, good call. Good one. There are no any restrictions, and there is no any restrictions in any kind of English you can use. Like if you say that ATC asks you to hold your position, you can say holding. If he asks him to hold short, do you know what hold short exactly means? This runway, if I say hold short, मतलब runway के पीछे, short means होता है कुछ कम, ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
Runway के पीछे रुक जाओ. So anything that ATC asks you to do, you can give a readback complying those things in your English answers. Anything English word you can use. Like if you say expect, so you can say expecting. Okay.
Okay.
Like this. If he asks you to hold your position, and if this is a future tense, you can say either will go or you can say will hold my position or will hold position. ऐसा आप use कर सकते हो will. ठीक है? Like this.
Okay, sir.
So any simple English words you can use in these things. Do you know what is the navigation light? What are the navigation lights in an aircraft?
Sir, left wing it is in at the tip red color, and right wing green color. Then it is having landing lights below the aircraft in the lower fuselage.
Navigation light.
And on the tail.
Only navigation lights.
Okay. And sir, on the tail also it is having white color.
White color. That is called as yellow or white position light.
Position light.
So navigation light simply means this red and yellow and this position. Landing lights is not a part of navigation light. That's a part of lights.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But that is a landing lights. You may find landing lights somewhere on wing in some aircraft, and in some aircraft you will find attached to the nose landing gear. Okay? And there is one more light, anti-collision light. So these are the topics from part 2. They may ask you. Navigation light means the lights on the left hand side, that is red, right hand side, that is green, and for position light, that is yellow. Okay? Anti-collision light means that red color light, this will blink. Okay? Whenever you are going to start your engine, your anti-collision light shall be on. Okay? Whenever you are towing or taxiing, your navigation light must be on. Okay? So while you are doing a movement on an aerodrome, your lights shall be on. Okay? Not all lights. I had written it wrongly here.
Navigation lights shall be on.
Navigation light shall be on. And if you are taxiing, your anti-collision light shall also be on because you had started your engine. Got it?
Sir, while didn't get, sir.
Got it now. क्या
Sir, I
हुआ?
didn't get, sir. While towing, navigation light should be on, and while
हाँ
taxiing,
हाँ हाँ,
anti-collision light will also be on.
yes. While towing,
Okay.
you can you should have your navigation lights on. While taxiing, in addition with navigation lights, your anti-collision lights shall also be on. Why? Because anti-collision lights is mandatory when you are going to start your engine. Understood? Means there is a requirement. If you want to turn on your engine, your aircraft's anti-collision light shall be on. Okay?
Yes, sir.
And what do you mean by strobe light?
It continuously goes and
Blinking,
off, goes on and off. Yes, sir.
goes on and off. Okay, well done. Generally fixed on the tip of an wing. ठीक है, वो फ्लैश करते रहते हैं वन इन वन. दिस इज कैपेसिटेंस डिस्चार्ज टाइप लाइट्स, जो कि in 1 second 2 times they will goes on and off. ठीक है, this will be either of LED or xenon flash tube lights. Xenon. ठीक है.
Sir, what for this strobe lights used to indicate what, sir?
To indicate, to seek the attention, because if there is a steady light, if there is a steady light continuously blown up, you might have ignored that. Okay, you might have ignored that. But if someone is blinking, if something is blinking, you will have regular attention that yes, there is something, there is something. Then you can see, oh, this is green color light. It means this is the right side of aircraft. If this is a red color light, this is the left side of aircraft. So to keep something away from this span, your wing span, this strobe light is mandatory so that this green light can seek your attention. Okay?
Okay, sir.
STD lights से ध्यान हट जाएगा sometimes. That's why this strobe lights made mandatory. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So you find
And
this
sir,
is
what is its blinking rate you have set, sir? Strobe light.
two times in a second. In 1 second,
Okay, sir.
2 times. This will you'll get EHJ palette. EHJ palette का एक
Yes,
अपना
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
electrical
Yes,
वाला
sir.
book था ना पतला सा. There
Sir.
will get all these things. The angle of lights also 110 degree. All things you will get there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. These are the things they may ask you in a part 2 Viva, because they found you an aircraft maintenance engineer, and especially if you are from B2, these things must be known to you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you find enough for today, or you can practice one more thing, one or two more thing, like similar questions and calls only.
Yes, sir. I can practice if
You
you
can.
are free, sir.
Okay, I'm free today only. On Sunday and Saturday, I am free, but students shall have also some leisure times, because you can see today is only you and me. Some of the students who had applied for Chennai, that should have present today. He should have present today, but पता नहीं क्या कर रहा है, उससे स्पेशली बात करनी पड़ेगी. Otherwise, I cannot guarantee the result. Even no one can guarantee the result in this case. Okay. Okay. So now the question will be for you. You have sighted a flock of bird on runway. These all questions related to the ground only. You have seen a flock of bird on runway. You may see in the real examination question, this is written TA, Tango Alpha. It means take action. Got it?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
In the question, you might see TA, take action. ठीक है. And for the question number 2, you can see low visibility on runway. Low visibility on runway. And simply in question number 3, you have a strong glare after lineup. After lineup on runway 29ers. ठीक है. All 3 questions you have noted.
Yes, sir.
Okay, take your time, prepare for answer, analyze the concepts, and you can go ahead.
Sir, if I am sighting this flock of birds, then yes,
No emergency, nothing. You
then
are
shall
on.
I?
You are on runway.
Yes, sir.
Shall
No,
I?
sir. I shall request for request instructions, request further instructions like that I can say, or request assistance or
Request assistance you can say, and one more thing you can say, request bird frightening team. वो जो पटाखे फोड़ने वाले होते हैं ना on runway.
bird
Frightening, डराने
firing
वाले.
team.
हाँ, frightening.
Frightening. Okay, okay. Yes, sir.
These are the concepts that you need to evaluate by practicing the questions only. Okay, because everyone knows
Yes, yes.
they'll not get proper words at the right time. आपने देखा होगा कि वो होता है पटाखा फोड़ने वाला. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So, are you ready for this?
Yes, sir. And sir, the second question, low visibility on runway. Any phrase I can add, sir, or I can repeat low visibility on runway?
If you find any phrase, if you find any phrase out of those 22 or 25 phrase, definitely you can add. Okay, if you find any.
Okay.
Just let me also know what you have find out of those 22 in this question. Okay.
Okay, sir. I'll answer the number 1 question first, sir.
Go ahead.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango, Alpha Bravo Bravo on 1, 2, 3 decimal 4, 5, holding short, runway 19er, sighted, flock of birds, request, bird, frightening, team.
Okay, good one. This one is good one. You can add just one more thing. Sighted flock of bird in front. ठीक है. सामने में आपको दिखा in front.
Okay, sir.
या in front of me, in front of us. ठीक है. And
yes, sir.
Okay, good one. You are not on runway holding point. You are not, shall I delete it? No. You are not on runway holding point. You are on runway, lined up for takeoff. Then what else you
Okay.
can lined up for
Then
takeoff.
okay, sir. Shall I call again, sir?
Yes.
Starting from starting.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo on 123.45 lined up runway 19er sighted flock of birds in my left.
No, no, no. That is not going to disturb you. If something is in front of you, then only you will be disturbed.
But sir, they might come, sir.
They might
While
come.
proceeding, they might come.
नो सी रनवे से ना सिर्फ उसको अलग करना होता है. जो बर्ड फ्रेटनिंग टीम भी आती है ना, वो बस आपका फ्रंट क्लियर कर दे, उसी के लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल होता है. बट आप बर्ड को कितना भी भगाओगे वो बार बार आ जाएगा. ठीक है.
Okay,
सो इन फ्रंट इफ,
okay, sir.
हाँ, पास से उसको दूर भगाना इम्पॉसिबल है. वो नहीं भगा पाता है. वो आप देखोगे ना, कंटिन्यूअसली पटाखे फोड़ते रहेगा, फिर भी नहीं जाता
हाँ हाँ.
है. सो इन फ्रंट
Okay,
ओनली.
sir.
हाँ, यूज इन फ्रंट ओनली.
Okay. Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo on 123.45 lined up runway 19er sighted flock of birds in front. Request bird frightening team and
एंड
further assistance.
if you have seen bird threatening team, this is comes under further assistance only. You can skip to say that.
Okay.
Okay, now tell me one thing. If we have lined up for takeoff, whom you are going to call?
Sorry, Tower. Mumbai
Uh,
Tower. Right, sir.
very good. So then you will say your call sign. What was it? Victor Tango Alpha Bravo
Bravo,
Bravo.
Bravo.
जो भी है your frequency and all. Then you can say line up for takeoff. Runway 19er. Then this is good enough after that. Okay, lined up for
Okay, sir.
takeoff. Instead of only line up runway 19er, you can say lined up for takeoff runway 19er. Got it?
Okay, sir.
Very good. Now next question.
And, sir, low visibility on runway. That means
Mhm.
uh, in this situation also, I am already lined up for takeoff.
Yes, yes, yes. Low visibility, you are already lined up.
Sir, in this case, can I request for reciprocal runway
Yes, you can.
or
Yes, you can, or you can simply say request further assistance. You can request
assistance?
you can request a reciprocal runway also.
Okay, sir. Mumbai Tower, Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo on 125.45 lined up for takeoff runway 19er experiencing low visibility on runway request reciprocal runway.
No. You can simply say what was the actual reciprocal. What will be the reciprocal of runway 19er?
19er will be
You need to calculate it. Yeah.
10
01.
runway 01.
Hmm.
Okay, sir. Then
Okay.
I'll say request reciprocal runway 01.
No need to say reciprocal. You can simply say
Okay.
request runway 01. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Request, yeah, you can say request lineup on runway 01 for takeoff. So request lineup runway 01 for takeoff, or you can say request backtrack to the runway 01 for further flight. ऐसा कर दे. These are the things that you can use.
Okay, sir. Request backtrack.
Request backtrack to the runway 01. Request backtrack to the runway 01 for further flight. Yeah, for takeoff directly.
Okay, sir.
For takeoff.
Takeoff.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Very good. So these are the things you can use. And in reply,
Sir, in place of yes, yes.
No, go ahead.
Sir, in place of experiencing, any other word I can use?
No. You can say simply experiencing, because you are experiencing. वहां पे आप reality में उसको experience कर रहे हो कि वो कम है. What else you can
Okay,
use
sir.
from your side, if anything in your mind?
No, sir, I'm asking that only.
Yes.
Any particular phrase we can
No.
use?
That is correct thing. That is good one.
Okay. Okay.
So now in the reply, if ATC tell you Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo Mumbai Tower negative sometimes what happened to the stylus? Negative runway 11. Oh, sorry, negative runway 01. Then
Sir, here readback is required.
You can say negative runway 01. We'll wait for the
Then I'll request.
We'll wait for the improvement. Okay?
Yes, yes. No, I'm asking. Yes, sir. That I can say, but I was asking ki negative runway 01 I shall say or not. Okay.
Yes, you should give readback of that.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so
we'll wait
for the improvements. We'll wait for improvements. So have you understood that?
Yes, sir.
Improvement situations, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So those are the things you can use. And
or sir, can I say sir, a negative runway 01 request assistance like that?
No, now you cannot seek any assistance because no one is able to do anything. Light कम हो जाएगा runway पे, तो flood light तो वो कहीं से ले नहीं आएगा. Understand ना?
Yes, yes.
No one can do anything. No one can do anything here. Okay.
Okay.
So
yes,
you need to wait for improvements only.
Okay, sir.
Now, what was the next question?
There is a strong glare after lineup, runway 29.
Practice that. Give the answer of that.
Runway 29. Mumbai ground, sorry, correction, Mumbai Tar, Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo on 1 to 5 decimal 25 lined up on runway 29er for takeoff, experiencing strong glare, request runway, request back correction, request backtrack to the runway 11 for takeoff.
Very good. Here you can add just little one thing. Experiencing a strong glare, you can give the region of next runway to you. You can say experiencing a strong glare reduces visibility. क्या हुआ? स्ट्रॉन्ग ग्लेयर होने के कारण आपका विजिबिलिटी कम
Okay.
हो गया. ठीक है?
Yes, sir. Reduces visibility. Experiencing strong glare reduces visibility.
विजिबिलिटी. आपका जो स्ट्रॉन्ग
Okay.
ग्लेयर था ना, उसने आपकी विजिबिलिटी को कम कर दिया. That's it. Okay. So
Okay,
now
sir.
it is told you Victor Tango Alpha Bravo, sorry, Mumbai Tower, negative runway 11 due wind direction.
Mumbai Tower, Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Bravo, negative runway 11. We'll wait for the improvement.
Yes.
That can be, sir.
Yes, we'll wait for the improvement. You can say one more thing.
We'll wait.
For improvements, cancel takeoff. Because ultimately you are going to cancel your takeoff, right?
Yes, yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
These are the things you can add into. Like in earlier question, I hadn't suggest you to add cancel takeoff. Now I'm suggesting to cancel takeoff. These are the plus points of your intelligence. You can add anything because ultimately you are going to
Okay,
cancel
sir.
your takeoff like that. Okay.
I can say, sir, negative runway 11. We'll wait for the improvement. Cancel takeoff.
Cancel takeoff. Okay. You can say early also. Negative
Early
runway
also.
11 runway negative runway 11 cancel takeoff. We'll wait for the improvement like this.
Improvement. Okay, sir.
So these are the things you can use. These are the smart moves that you can play. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So that's let it enough for today. Practice some more
Yes, sir.
questions related to the ground because you will have leisure period today. So practice some more question. Get all those questions to me because being a trainer, being a facilitator, this is not good habit to practice each and every situation with a student because students
Yes, sir.
will stop learning from that side. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So not to do that, just stick to the that is teaching guidelines only. If I practice each and every situation with you in detail, you will stop learning from your side. So I'll have a hold for today only because I had practiced sufficient things. 8 to 10 calls.
Yes, sir. Yes.
If I show you examples now, then you will gear up. You will gear up and you can acquire those informations to you. Okay, do practice from your side. Any confusion,
Yes,
any
sir.
doubt, if you have, just bring into consideration of mine. Anytime, just drop that question into group, seek answer or if I am unable to answer in that group, I'll definitely cover those topics in the classroom. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then that's enough for today. That's enough for today. Okay, we'll take a leave.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sure. Bye bye.
Bye, sir.